What's up, guys?
I'm Vicky.
I'm Miranda.
And we're just doing this for the fun of it, I guess. Also, sorry for the bad audio, camera, video thing. I don't know. We spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out that microphone. So
They don't need to know this.
They do. Because we are us. Okay. Now, on to what we're doing today. We are doing scary stories.
I decided to write a book about scary stories. However, these stories are not written by me. Enjoy. Da-da-da!
It's Warrior.
Hey!
SP Warrior. And it's completed with 178 parts. Oh.
That's a lot of stories.
We're gonna be here a while.
We ain't reading the whole book.
We're not. April 6th.
The War of Conquest.
1862. Vampire was so full, he thought he might vomit. It had been a day of blood when the two great armies had clashed in what would become a disorganized and costly battle. The group he now stood on had been a meandering forest of bears.
This is really boring.
Now the day was over and the ground was something different. A virtual blanket of split blood and shattered bodies. Oh my god, this is gruesome.
I'm done. Nope, we're done with this one. Next. Beep. Beep.
Oh god,
Ooh, that is a really good book. That is a really good movie. I have the book in the middle.
Yeah, this is just boring, guys.
Sorry, dude. Let's look scary stories up on the internet.
Works for me.
Because the internet has everything.
Please do ignore all the...
Please do ignore everything I say, though.
Yeah, do that too.
Never do that. I tell the best things in the world. Stop. You know what scares you? Okay, guys. What scares you? Oh my god, is... Okay, no, it's not a clown. Scary stories to tell in the dark. Woohoo!
Okay, this is confusing. I'm confused.
I'm confuddled. Yeah, we ain't doing that.
Superstar stories have to make you sleep with the... It'll make you want to sleep with the lights on. Okay.
It's kind of... Number one. First, this story is truly
evil twin sister from Star Flash Fairy.
Is yikes!
My twin sister Melora and I are...
Oh, that's a pretty name. Not the point.
Indistinguishable. Right down to our overall sensitive iris skin. The only visible difference is a small burn on Mel's forearm from overexposure to the sun. We used to be really close, but ever since Miles started dating Sam, she's been spending less time with me. But 2 weeks ago, Sam came over with Mallory. When Mallory wasn't home, I was about to tell him she was at Jessica's for an overnight cram, but he kissed me before I got the chance. He thought I was my sister. Then he started talking. Molly isn't here, is she? He asked. He asked me, looking around. Obviously, I was there. Not Mal. I was wearing long sleeves. He wasn't looking for the burn anyway. But I've never been kissed before, and he was good at it, so I played along. No, we're alone. I smiled, my sister's best smile. Good. Now I know you've been fed up with her lately. It's good that you're not spending so much time with her anymore. Fed up? I knew I was becoming a third wheel with him. But then Sam's mouth met mine. Harder this time. And I found myself swept in the urgency of his kisses. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Okay. Would you ever do this to me?
Do we look alike?
I realized in that moment that I wanted everything Mal had. I was fed up as well. I was sick of coming in second place in the eyes of the other half of my soul. The next morning, Mallory came home looking especially tired, complaining of a headache. You look like you've been working really hard, I said sympathetically. It's Sunday, you should rest and let all that material sink in. You're right, she agreed, looking thoughtful. Maybe I'll go lay on the beach for 20 minutes or to relax. That sounds like a... Oh, sorry. Can I read? Yeah, sure. Okay.
That sounds like a great idea. Here, you should use my new spray-on sunscreen, SPF 120. They're for our delicate skin. I handed her the bottle with 2 tablets. Here, take these aspirin for your headache. She looked at me, strange eyes flashing guilt, and then turned grateful quickly.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna have my earphones in, okay? I'll be in our usual spot if you need me, but I'll be back in half an hour max.
Right. If you're not, I'll come looking. She said she'd once stayed in the sun too long, and the small portion of her arm outside the umbrella had burned. I helped her get her coated in a thick layer of the spray-on sunscreen and made sure she took the pills before she left. I followed and watched her fall asleep. It was a sunny day, and my forearm stung where I smudged some spray. I grabbed the umbrella and toted it back to the house. Around sundown, I heard footsteps. I greeted Sam, who glanced at my burnt arm and asked where Molly was. No idea, I said, kissing him and pushing the cooking oil under the table with my foot.
What? That's so mean. Why would you do that?
What?
Why would you do that to your sister, your twin sister?
Because I didn't want to be her other half. She has everything so perfectly. That probably sounds really mean, but, I mean, that's what she said. Like, okay, look. Understandable. You don't like to come in second place. Then do something to not make you come in second place. Be better than she. But don't kill her. Like, if you have a twin sibling and you want to kill them because they're better than you, do something to make yourself better than them. You don't have to kill them.
Yeah, just don't kill people.
Just saying, like...
It's bad, like, seriously bad. The Dark Emperor's story will make you never stand near a chandelier ever again.
We don't have chandeliers in our house, so it's not like that.
Yeah, we do.
We have one. Oh! Here's a... bleep!
Yeah, it's not gonna be bleeped out, you weirdo.
Spider eggs!
I have nothing else to say about Leah's story. My therapist suggested I write this out. I guess reliving that night and putting my experiences on paper will help me get over the trauma. A few years ago, I was on a motorcycle wreck. Broke my left tibia and fibula. What? Okay. Shattered my right patella. Got a green stick fractured off of my left femur. Multiple fat fractures in my pelvis. Breaks in almost all my ribs and 2 broken collarbones. I was immobilized from my shoulders down by a heavy body cast. They told me I was lucky. My wife, Violet, was supportive and nurturing. She never once complained about having to care for me. She cooked all my meals, kept me company, and emptied my bedpan without grimacing. I'm grimacing now. About 2 weeks into my convalescence, Jenna called us bawling because her college roommate died. V had to leave immediately and be there for her. V's sister Kathy was going to take care of me. When I woke up the following morning, V was off to get Jenna. Kathy was there cheerfully making breakfast and talking up a storm as she helped me with my embarrassing biological needs. Like her sister, she never made me feel ashamed. She left around 11 that night and told me she'd be back at dawn. I like to sleep with the TV on. For some reason, I find it comforting. I drifted off while the game was finishing, and only woke up when I felt something thud against the cast on my chest. In the flickering light of the television, I saw a huntsman spider staring back at me. She was bigger than most of the ones I've seen around, maybe the length of a rugby ball. Oh, what's that? My breath caught in my throat, and every muscle in my body fired to push the thing off me. I couldn't move, obviously. I started yelling at the spider, hoping it might scare her away. She wasn't frightened. She turned around, exposing her abdomen to me, and I gasped. Her back and belly were covered in babies. They rippled like wind-blown furry as they moved into their mother's body. The huntsman turned back towards me and walked closer to my face. Before then, I never thought about spiders having a scent. This one did. It smelled like wet dirt, sort of like how outside smells after a rainstorm. The smell intensified as his long race reached my face. Oh! I squeezed my mouth and I shut. Its prickly legs advanced first to my lower lip, then my nose, my eyelids, and finally my forehead. Its wingspan stretched from ear to ear, hairline to chin. Its thick, heavy body ran from my chin to right between my eyes, and it stayed there. I tried to hold my breath. To say I was terrified was an understatement. I wished I was dead. I prayed to be dead. My prayers weren't unanswered. As I walked a little higher, its abdomen burst again.
Oh God, I sneezed. The huntsman immediately buried its fangs in my forehead as her baby streamed from her abdomen onto my face. I shrieked. Tiny spiders crawling all over my cheeks, squirmed through my beard, and hid in my eyelids. Okay. Sorry, this is disgusting. Okay, my mother moved onto a pillow. The mother moved onto the pillow. Wait, no. Tiny spider crawled over her cheeks, squirming through my beard, hiding in my eyelids. I thrashed my head back and forth to attempt them to get off me. The mother moved onto the pillow by my right ear and bit my cheek. I felt like a wasping. Then she ran over my shoulder and pushed herself through a tiny opening in the cast of my arm by my armpit. At this point, I screamed uncontrollably. See the baby's entrails exploring my nostrils, hair, and was starting to find my ears. I felt the tendon and the ligament or something snap as I thrashed, sending white-hot pain through my neck. Trying to move my head after that was excruciating. As the babies disappeared throughout my face and head, the mother exploring under the cast. To this day, I have no idea how she was able to compress herself to fit underneath the thing. She wandered over my chest and stuck to my stomach and down my groin. Don't know what that is. Groin. What is that? Oh, okay. She exited the cast by the hole nearby, only to move inside by my legs. She stopped at the underside of my knee, and that's where she stayed.
When Kathy arrived the next morning, I'd somehow fallen asleep. I guess the exhaustion brought on by the horror. I experienced forced my body to shut down, even though my mind was still soaked in her terror. Obviously, to the events of the night before, Kathy shook me awake. I started screaming again. I felt the huntsman behind my knee. She must have been sleeping too, and was startled awake by my yelling. She bit my leg over and over as Kathy tried to calm me down and tried to get me to fill her in on what was happening. By the time I was able to tell her, she looked like she was about to faint. I always considered myself somewhat of an arachnophobe, but Kathy's fear of them was a light years beyond my own. She called emergency service, and they sent a couple of guys who were able to coax the thing out and kill her. In the end, it was anticlimactic. V came home with Jenna later in the day. Kathy and I told her about my night. Neither of them were able to listen to the details. A family of arachnophobes. Time went by, and my broken bones knitted together and healed. Eventually, I was back on my motorcycle. Every night, though, I dream about the huntsman staring at me. I feel her young streaming across my face.
Oh, God.
My nose around the gaps of my teeth. Whenever there's a quiet moment, I hear them scratching at my eardrums, and I swear to every time I clean my ears, I'm pulling out eggs.
Okay, we're gonna end this video here.
Yeah, sorry guys for the awkward
beginning. It was really bad. Okay, this is disgusting, and you see why I hate spiders.
Well, they've never done that to you, have they?
No, but it's just thought it is disgusting, and it's...
Okay, as you can see, she's a bit of arachnophobia.
And
by a bit, I mean she is arachnophobic.
I see a spider, I will scream.
But not as much as she hates clowns. Like, she hates clowns bad. Like she threatened to punch one.
Speaking of which, have you guys seen?
Okay, but